If you want to become a content creator or an influencer, there is so much more to it than what everybody tells you. So let me give you a brief background as to how I started and my whole journey. So I initially started just because I loved editing videos, and eventually along the process I realized that I could get paid for what I love doing. So I started around 2016, 2017, but I didn't get paid and I didn't take this seriously until about 2019, 2020. I saw that a lot of people resonated with my content, specifically my skincare content, so I decided to hone in on that because common sense tells you that if something is working, you do more of it, right? Skincare was working at the time, so I decided to hone in on more skincare content. So everything was going well until recently everything just went downhill. Like every other content creator, my phone storage got full. I got a flash drive, which I'm gonna put somewhere around, but I got a flash drive which I actually sell, and the link will be somewhere in the description. But I got a flash drive which was helping me, so I thought it'd be a situation of me moving the content I've already made to my flash drive, and I'll just keep on creating content like I normally do. Little did I know that the enemy had more plans for me than I had expected or seen coming. So not only did my phone get full, but at that point in time my family members were not having it. They were like, you can't become a content creator, you need something more sustainable, you need a 9 to 5, you need to build your career. Apart from those two things, my phone battery decided that, oh, this is a good time to my main light source, which is my LED 800, which I'm using right now, also got spoiled. My fan got spoiled, so if you're having issues in my audio, I really apologize for that. I'm still trying to get a work around my audio because right now my fan is on this side and it's blowing onto me, and I can't film without my fan. If not, I'm going to be sweating like I got into a fight with Michael Jackson. And then out of the blues, I also started falling sick. So all of these things happened literally at once. I couldn't reach out to the brands that I was working with because my phone got spoiled. The battery was just going down like crazy. I couldn't really reach out to anyone. So it was a lot at that point in time. I kept on falling sick over and over. If it wasn't malaria, it was just something at that point. It was starting to sound like excuses. So if you're watching this in your early 20s, your early 30s, and you want to go into content creation full time, then you need to go into it all in. Think of it as your 9 to 5. If not, it will either overwhelm you or it's going to drain you emotionally, mentally, and financially. So let's go into tips that I actually accumulated over the period of time that I was away unintentionally to help you along your content creation process. So for me, initially, I didn't really envision it as something that will become this big. For me, it was just something that I loved doing, and it was my passion. I was like, let's run with it. Let's just see how far it goes, because I had businesses I was running on the side, so I was like, this is just a side thing that I want to do. Little did I know it was going to get big, and the problem with not planning properly is that once it gets really big, once content creation becomes your main thing, if you don't make money from it, if you don't take it seriously, if you don't put your all into it, if you don't actually invest time, money, resources into it, by the time things begin to go south and you need money, because obviously when these things spoil, when you fall sick, you need money to pay those bills. If you do not plan and structure your content creation and influencing in such a way that it brings in revenue for you, you're gonna be overwhelmed like I was, and everything just gonna go down south, and then you might have to start from the beginning all over again. The first thing I will tell you is not to go all in content creation or influencing till you have the capacity to sustain yourself right now. Let's assume you have a 9 to 5, you want to leave your 9 to 5 because you think content creation is the main thing right now. I'm sorry, that's the worst thing you can do for yourself unless you have a proper blueprint. Now, I know that there's so many creators out there that you don't know what they were doing, they just blow up out of nowhere and they're doing great. But there's always going to be those people that tell you, I'm exhausted from social media, I want to get off of social media, I want to do other things in my life. But because they built such a following that they did not intend to build, they did not plan to build, and they did not strategically build, it's going to be hard for them to just come off that and say, you know what, I want to do something else, I want to do other things in my life. Everybody's watching you now. As much as you don't care, everybody is still watching you, right? So before you leave your 9 to 5, before you stop working on your business, before you move out of your parents' house and decide that this is what I want to do full time, you need to make sure that you have a strategy in place and you have it properly monetized to the extent that if anything happens at this point in time, you can cover at least 80% of the damages. What that means is if you have a 9 to 5, please stick to your 9 to 5 before you go all in with content creation. Take it from me, I did not leave my 9 to 5, but assuming I had left and all these things that happened, the falling sick, the phone spoiling, the gadget spoiling, the fan going bad, a lot of things went bad in this period of time. I feel like my village people were working overtime. But if you do not have something to sustain you, you will burn out. The second tip I will give you is to have a proper strategy in place that works for you before you go all in, or when you want to take a break, or before you start, whatever the case may be. Make sure that you have a proper strategy. It took me 4 months to get my strategy together. I'm not even gonna lie to you. My strategy for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, it took me about 4 to 6 months to get that all down, because I wanted to make sure that it was something sustainable for me, meaning that if I'm going to be filming, I'm only going to be filming at least 3 to 4 times a week, not necessarily every single day, but I still have content. And because I am a 9 to 5 girly, I'm a content creator, so I also run about 2 businesses on the side. It is not sustainable to create content every single day, because I also need to take time out for myself. So before you go into this, keep all those things in mind. Keep the fact that you have a life to live in mind. You have friends to see. You have other things to do with your life. If not, you might eventually feel overwhelmed, tired, and just like, what? I'm not doing it again. But that's not what we want. We want something sustainable. We want something that will take us through. So I recommend that before you actually go into this, take out maybe a month or 2 and really plan out how you're going to film. If you have a long form platform, think of how you're going to break down the one long form, be it YouTube or a podcast, into maybe 3 videos that you're going to post on Instagram and TikTok. And then if you're going to be doing carousels, what do you want the carousels to include? So you can remember to take pictures of those carousels or videos during the course of the week, so you're not stressing every single day to put out content. And one thing I need to add is, if you're going to take a sabbatical from content creation, make sure that your sabbatical is productive. Now, I unintentionally left social media because of all the things that happened, but eventually, because I decided, you know what, I'm still a content creator, I still want to share my experiences with people to help them. What I did was, instead of just taking time off of social media, I ensured that the time that I was taking off was productive. So I made sure to strategize all of my content. I picked out different strategies, saw what could work for me, saw what couldn't. I watched videos from so many big creators, and funny enough, it's the videos from the smaller creators that actually helped me, because they understood what it was to actually have a 9 to 5 along with your main content creation. So I would suggest that if you're taking a sabbatical, try and make it as productive as possible. I'll take some steps back and be like, what I'm doing now, is this really what I want to be known for in the future? That's the number one question you need to ask when you're creating content. Whatever I put out now, if I see this in the next 30 years of my life, or if my children should see this, would they be proud of what they've seen from mom? Is this what you want to be known for? If you're creating dance videos, is this what you want to be known for? If you're creating crochet videos, is this what you want to be known for? If you're creating skincare videos, is that what you want to be known for? Don't think short term, think long term, and that way it helps you re-strategize. And if you're like, no, I do not want to be known for creating crochet content, this is actually what I love doing, and this is what I want people to know me for, they can take 2 steps back, re-strategize, and be like, okay, what I had in mind initially isn't working for me, so I'm going to try something else and see if that works. So you want to really have a good map. I'm going to show you what my map looks like somewhere here, just so you have an idea of what your map should look like if you eventually take out time to plan out your content right during that sabbatical. So don't just take a random sabbatical, okay? Make sure that it is a productive sabbatical, so that once you sort out your issues, once you come back from that sabbatical, you know that, yeah, I did important things and I'm going back into my content creation, or I've thought about it and I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to have my 9 to 5. I want to live a normal life, whatever the case may be. So having said that, it is important for you guys to know that I actually came up with a strategy that works for me to post on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And if you would like to see what that strategy looks like that wouldn't burn me out, still give me time for my 9 to 5, and still give me time to actually rest over the weekends or whenever I need to rest, Let me know in the comment section, because I'm thinking of giving this to you guys. Of course, it's not going to be free. But if you'd like to see the strategy that I work with, and if you'd like me to probably tailor something to your needs, then let me know in the comment section. So number 3 and the last tip I'll probably be giving you guys today is that it is okay to not be a content creator. The truth is, we're growing up in a society where, these good phones with fantastic cameras are coming out every single year, especially from Apple, and everybody just wants to be a content creator. I'm going to tell you the truth now. It's okay to not be a content creator. One thing I'm using my channel to promote is documentation of your life, whether you are a content creator or not. What that means is my videos are tailored to people who just want to pick up the camera and be able to film scenes of their lives that they want to keep in their archives. So maybe when they're 10 years older, 30 years older, 50 years older, they can look back and be like, wow, this is what happened on April 12th, 2024. I really resonated with this day in my life, and I really want to show my children, my friends, my grandchildren, my colleagues what happened on this day. I think we should come just sit down, watch this. And because you documented it properly, you're able to show them the emotions and whatever it is that you felt, all the different angles that you used to portray whatever it was that was happening, you were able to show it to them. That's the point of this channel. This channel, if you don't know me, hi, my name is Tilarina. I just realized that I didn't properly introduce myself. My name is Tilarina. I'm a content creator, and basically this channel is meant to be a guide, sort of, to help you through your early 20s whenever you're seeing this. But basically, I share my experiences being a content creator, beauty content creator, lifestyle content creator, navigating my early 20s, and just basically navigating life and incorporating content creation in that to help you document whatever stage in your life it is that you're going through. What that means is, now I'm starting a business. Probably next week you're going to see a video from me unboxing my business essentials, just showing you how I'm navigating my 20s. I'm using my camera to film that because I am a content creator and I want to document this stage in my life to help other people through this stage. So if you're interested in that type of content, why not go ahead and give me a follow or subscribe to my channel? Okay. But basically, you need to understand that not everybody's going to be a content creator. You might decide that you want to document these stages in your life and not post them, which is totally fine. That's why I'm here, to let you know that just because you want to record your life does not mean you have to be a content creator and influencer and post every single thing that is happening to you. I feel like content creation is a new scam, which I'll talk about in a different video, where people make you believe that, oh, it's an easy way to make money, especially with UGC content. And that's not the truth. But we're going to get into that in a separate video. If you want me to give you the D's on UGC and content creation, which is a new scam, let me know in the comments. But for now, I'm just going to tell you that content creation has been sold to you as a lie. That is meant to make you good, quick money. That's not the way it is. You need to script, you need to reach out to brands, you need to make sure that your lighting setup is good enough for a brand to want to say, okay, I'm investing my money into this lighting, into this crisp setup. You also want to make sure that your audience resonates with the kind of content that you put out, meaning that there has to be a market for what you put out. You need to take out time to edit every single one of your videos. Or if you just want to, put out videos without editing, that's also fine. But you need to also make sure that post editing is good, meaning that you need to interact with other accounts that offer the same or similar audiences or offerings as you do, and a lot of other things that are involved, behind the scenes content. Sometimes for those that actually go out to film, they have to fight. They have to fight with people that own restaurants just to take pictures, which I think is funny, and I'm probably going to do this very soon because I want to take my Instagram seriously. But all these things just goes to show that content creation is really just the new 9 to 5. Influencing is just the new 9 to 5, because either way, if you're not making money from it, you're probably gonna have a 9 to 5 that gives you money, and that's not sustainable because you're making out time to do something that you love and not making money from it. Eventually you get tired, you get burnt out, and you're just like, I'm not doing that again. So you need to think of content creation long term. If you're watching this, the end goal is just to let you know that, one, it's okay to not be a content creator. It's not for everybody. Even for me, sometimes I'm like, T, this might not be for you. You better go and become a plumber or go into your front end web development that you wanted to go into from the start. I'm still working on my front-end web dev. I still have time for my hobbies like learning German. Ich bin Ziellerina. Ich bin Content Creator. Mein Arbeit ist interessant, aber sehr stressig. My work is so interesting, but sometimes it gets very stressful and very, very overwhelming. But there's only so much I can tell you. If you want to become a content creator, I actually have a course to give you the blueprint and to help you strategize into being a content creator. And if that's not what you want, you just want to learn how to film, I might have a course on filming going out soon. So if you want me to do that, let me know. I'm still thinking about it. But I do have an ebook that shows you how to build a sustainable community on social media, especially for business owners and people that want to earn money from content creation. So if you found this video impactful or helpful in some way, let me know in the comment section and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, loves.